I want to welcome you to the Lions Twin State Soccer Association's Soccer Banquet. This is a long-standing tradition going back to 1975 that was disestablished 6 years ago. We're on the exact anniversary of the COVID lockdown when all of you high school seniors had your middle school experience completely blown up. As a result, you don't know how to relate to each other, and you don't know how to act in the company of adults, but we're working on this. This is a Lions event, and in just a second, I'm going to turn this over to the Lions. Eventually, it will also become a soccer event. If you're killing time while you're waiting to go through the buffet line, go over to that table on the side, because we've got several items over there of interest. You can see up on the wall a really sweet USA soccer jacket. That's very nice. We're raffling that bad boy off. There are raffle tickets, $5 a piece. 3 for $10. Very sweet piece of gear. We've got some other raffles going on. We've got the illustrated history of the Lions Cup. Some of you are appallingly deficient in your knowledge of the history of the Lions Cup. Well, for $20, a donation that goes straight to charity, you can get a really nice illustrated history book that he's holding up. And next year, you will actually be in that history book. So we're going to start, and I have the pleasure of introducing my dear comrade, Jerry Vaccaro from the Lions, who's going to take it from here.
Is that clap for him or me? All right. My name is past District Governor Lion Jerry Vaccaro, Vice President of the Lions Twin State Soccer, filling in for our President, Lion Linda Hendrick, who had a family obligation and couldn't attend. So I'm going to try my best. Thank you. Again, welcome to our Lions Twin State Soccer Banquet. The Lions of Vermont and Lions of New Hampshire have held this event for over 50 years. This event is a major fundraiser for the Vermont Charities and New Hampshire Sight and Hearing Foundation. We'd like to start the meeting by doing a Pledge of Allegiance and a Lions toast. This time I'd like to have Lion Debbie Cooter from our Twin State Secretary, by the way. Please start the pledge. Flag is in the corner. Where is she?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's a Lions tradition that we have a toast to, and that'll go over by our past council chair and our past president, PCC, Alan Ricard.
All right, I'll go through it by myself first and show you how it's done. It goes, not above you, not beneath you, but with you. Okay, all at once. Not above you, not beneath you, but with you. This symbolizes that no one's above anyone or below anyone. Everyone's created equal.
Would all the Lions Twin State Soccer Board members please stand? All of us. Okay. The board meets monthly and works hard to bring the best Twin State soccer games available. Some of the members have been over 30 years dedicated to this event. Would all the Lions leadership from New Hampshire and Vermont please stand? This leadership represents over 3,500 Lions from both states. Now I would like Coach Rob Grable to introduce the special guests attending the event. might add, Coach Rob has been a driving source in resurrecting this event, and the board appreciates his efforts. Thank you.
This is a relatively short list, but we're very pleased to have Tom Haley with us. Tom is with the Rutland Herald, and he knows more about the history of the Lions Twin State Cup than anyone. His coverage has been consistently informed and articulate, and so we're thrilled to have Tom here. Championship Sunday was last weekend, or Championship Weekend was last weekend in Vermont, so the Vermont papers have a little more spare time. I'm pleased to introduce the president of the New Hampshire Soccer Coaches Association, Scott Zipke from Hopkinton High School. He's done this before. And I'm going to introduce in absentia our guest speaker and his wife. Tom Raffio is the president of New Hampshire Delta Dental, and they are long-standing supporters of youth athletics all over the place. They do a lot of running. Tom and Ellen are on the way here now from a road race. Tom has been a major sponsor of the Lions Twin State Soccer Cup. So Tom and Ellen, when they come in, will be joining us, and those are our extinguished guests.
Are all the cookies gone?
No, I'm going to do that.
All right. I'd like to start up again, if I may. As mentioned earlier, I would like to introduce the Lions representing the Vermont Charities and the Lions Sight and Hearing Foundation for a few words. This fundraiser has risen over almost $1 million to these charities over the past 50 years. So I'd like to present for the Vermont Charities, give a few words for District Governor Tanya Letourneau.
Good afternoon. I'd like to take a moment to highlight Vermont Lions Charities, our district's 501c3 foundation. VOC is what allows us to expand our service. It funds our statewide vision screening program, supports eye health initiatives, and helps clubs access grants and tax-deductible donations. When you hear VOC, think of the support system that strengthens our impact and helps Vermont Lions reach more people in more communities. When you support your Lions Twin State Soccer, you are also supporting Vermont Lions Charities. The funds raised through this event help us provide vision screening, eye health programs, and essential services across the state. Thank you for supporting Lions Twin State Soccer and Vermont Lions Charities. Your involvement helps us change lives across Vermont.
Okay. For the Lions Sight and Hearing Foundation, I'd like to represent someone that I know really well. How do I say this? Lion Marilyn Vaccaro, my wife of 54 years and treasurer of the Lions Twin State Soccer.
So, parents,
Oh my.
why are you here? You're here because you have healthy, I'm going to say normal, but they're teenagers, so I'm not going to go there. But you have the most wonderful kids in the world right here in this room. Players, why are you here? Because you're healthy and you're normal and you can kick a soccer ball. And you, when the soccer ball goes in that goal, you hear all these parents cheering. Why are we here? We're here because so many of your age group can't hear, have never heard that cheering in the crowd. that you here have never seen a soccer ball. So this is a fundraiser, and this is why. I'm going to be honest with you. I went to a New England Revolution game. You play better. Do you know why? They play for money. You play from the heart. Exactly how you play. And let me tell you, watching your game, and girls, I wouldn't be on the soccer field while you're there, honey. You are crazy. But you guys are wonderful, and this is a fundraiser, and we're trying to help those who can't do what you do. So if you see us actually have calendar raffles, that will be at the game too. Oh, that awesome jacket. Please help support us, and thank you for coming and being here.
She overwhelms me too. Now I'd like to pass on the event to Coach Rob Grable to introduce the speakers and the soccer coaches, players, etc. Here it is, Rob, your game.
Marilyn, this is not your first rodeo. That was really well done. I introduced Tom and Ellen in absentia, said a lot of nice things. Delta Dental does a lot behind the scenes to support athletics for all ages, all generations, all levels. They are probably synonymous most with road racing. Sponsor all sorts of different racing events. The Mount Washington Road Race is one of the most notorious, but there are a number of other ones. But if you dig back a few years, Tom was an amazing soccer dad at Bow High School, back when Bo was flexing on the New Hampshire soccer world. And starting at club level, Tom and I were frenemies. Bo, Hanover, Bo. Those were some legendary, epic contests. And Tom and I have stayed in touch over the years, and occasionally he and I are on the radio together. We haven't been on the radio since Friday morning. When I gave everyone explicit directions how to get here, Tom somehow ended up at Lebanon High School, but go figure. And we are thrilled to have Tom here because his support specifically of the Lions Twin State Soccer has helped us get back on our feet. We got knocked out completely by COVID. Didn't have the game that year. And we slowly brought ourselves back, and today marks a significant milestone in the return of Lions Twin State Soccer to what has always been a premier event. We're older than all but a very few, and we have some unique distinctions, being a Twin State rivalry and being setting an example for how to raise money for charity, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars for sight and hearing charities in New Hampshire and Vermont. And so Tom and I have patched up our past differences. We are now at least on speaking terms, and I'm really pleased to introduce Tom Raffio to talk with us briefly today.
So I'm coming after Reverend Grable and Marilyn. That's a hard act to follow. Jerry, you're another story, but I mean, yeah. But Rob and Marilyn. Anyway, hey, look, I'm a jock, right? You see, I have my Hokas on, right? I will say this: that we at Delta Dental, we're an employer of choice, and the best employees we have are those formerly student athletes. Some of our best employees are ones that have played team sports. They understand it. And it's just terrific to see you. I want to congratulate you for making the teams because Rob and I talk about this all the time, but disproportionately, New Hampshire and Vermont, for relatively small states in terms of population, disproportionately, the level of soccer is unbelievably great. It really is. So I want to congratulate the student athletes here and also the moms and dads and other support system. I want the student athletes to stand up and clap for your moms and dads. Please do that for me. Come on, don't be bashful. Because as Reverend Grable said, I was a soccer dad for many years. I know what it's like to run around following travel soccer, high school soccer, and it's just a terrific experience, but it does take a village. It does take a support system. So I'm starting by thanking you parents for supporting and student athletes for being great student athletes. How many of you brushed and flossed today? Yesterday? Last week? I hope by the end everybody's hand is up. So we're an oral health company. Our 3 states are Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont. So the twin state soccer is really, from the bottom of my heart, one of the most terrific things that we get involved with because it's Vermont and New Hampshire, two of our states. Also partnering with the Lions is amazing. What their vision, their willingness to serve, what I call above the neck health, hearing, vision, and you can't have good overall health without above the neck health. For some reason, the head has been separated from the body in terms of health care, but it really is connected, mental health, oral health. So we as a company want to support everything that relates to wellness. And of course, this is one of these events. And of course, you never say no to Reverend Grable, so when he approached me several years ago to try to rejuvenate this soccer game, no question we were going to support it. I've been to many of the games. I'm so glad it's been rejuvenated. As I say at the beginning of every road race, we can sponsor, we can put financial resources behind it, but there is no race without runners, and there is no soccer game without student athletes willing to participate and parents, willing to support it. So this is just really terrific. This little emblem I have here is called the National Baldrige Award. We're the only company, and look that up, it's a really big deal nationally in terms of business. But what the judges said was that we take our success and we try to give it back to the community. And so, like the Lions Club, what we do is we're a very successful company, but we like to give back to the community. And this is just one of the many things that we get involved with. Rob mentioned the Mount Washington Road Race, and parents are thinking, well, what does oral health have to do with the Mount Washington Road Race? Well, funds raised for that race go to the Oral Health Dental Center in the North Country where it didn't exist before. So what we try to do is we try to connect sporting events, wellness events with great charities and great partners, like the Lions Club. So I'm just candidly, Rob, honored that you enable us to be one of the sponsors. Take a look at the 50-year history of the series. It's really, really close. We helped Rob wrote the 50-year history, but read that in detail because it really shows the competitive nature of the game. Yet, we were talking about it during lunch. During the school season, you compete with each other, but for here, you're on the same team. Isn't that pretty cool, right? When you're someone that maybe you've had a little tiff with, maybe you're now on the same team. So I think it's really cool. So we're here for as long as the Reverend will let me, we'll continue to support it. We have toothbrushes at the games. A lot of my employees go watch the games. They love watching. As Marilyn said, it's kind of fun watching true amateur athletes play the sport. Some of you will go on to play in college, maybe even beyond, but what you've learned by being a team player, as I mentioned, will help you be a success in life. So I'm going to keep this short because you're thinking, what's this insurance guy doing here? But I basically, truly, I'm a jock in a CEO's clothes, and I just think it's the best thing. There's so much noise in the world. My wife Ellen, right there, wave. So she is my better half. We sponsor, she organizes all these road races that we do. And runners come up to me and say, it's given all the noise in the world, it's just really, really cool that you can have the joy, in your case, the joy of kicking a soccer ball, correctly, the joy of being the teammate, and the same feeling that runners have as well. So we're going to continue to take the success we have as a company and give it back to the wellness and sports arena. So thank you for the opportunity. I look forward to seeing you this summer. And again, if you haven't read the 50-year history of this series, take a hard look at it, because you're a part of a pretty iconic series. And it's not true as far as Rob. We go way back, travel soccer competition, but even though, and I have the New Hampshire soccer records. He has one of the most impeccable soccer records of all time in terms of coach, as well as Coach Scott Zipsky, who's next to my wife on the left. But all of them, all the coaches that I've experienced are better human beings than they are coaches, in terms of they want you to succeed as human beings, not just athletes. So again, I want to congratulate you and salute you for making the team. Think about what you're doing to help the Lions charity, but also have fun and enjoy the time. And the parents, I salute you, because I know you do a lot of running around, and it's a real joy, but I know it's also a commitment. So thank you, and I look forward. On the TV commercials, I say, I'll see you at the starting line, but here, live, I'll see you on the soccer pitch. Thank you.
How are the raffle ticket sales going?
We need more.
Okay, we need more. We're raffling off some really sweet soccer gear. We also have copies of that history that Tom mentioned. And again, charitable contribution, $20, and it's a very entertaining look at the first 50 years of Lions Twin State Soccer. So you can do that in a moment. Right now, if you are a boys or girls high school soccer coach from Vermont, could you stand up? High school girls or boys soccer coach from Vermont. Okay, there we go. Thank you very much. Please have a seat. If you are a boy, not just Lions Cup, but, if you are a boys or girls high school coach from New Hampshire, could you please stand up? So I asked that, so this is going to be a challenge. I asked that because in a minute, we're going to break up and we're going to have 4 team meetings. I obviously know where the New Hampshire girls are going to meet, okay? I'm not so sure about the Vermont and New Hampshire boys, because they're all at the same table, so we'll figure that out. But the idea is to have your first ever team meeting, something we haven't done in 5 years. And if you now have 12 minutes to meet with your teams, say hi to each other, maybe go over names. This could lead to a Zoom call in a month or 2, I don't know. But the goal is that you will be better organized, better able to pull your teams together. It'll make for better games in July. One of the reasons we love this competition is that it is always close. It's always closely contested. One of our guests who didn't show today, see that empty seat? George Merrill, former Hanover High School coach, 398 career wins. And 50 years ago this summer, George was the New Hampshire coach, and they lost 8-4 to Vermont. Okay, the all-time record for most goals shipped in one match. George somehow found out that I was going to bring that up, so he didn't show today. But he'll be at the game this summer. We're going to wheel him in like Hannibal Lecter. He won't have much of a choice. So, parents, you are invited to be on the periphery of these team meetings. Lions, you are strongly encouraged to be present and active in these team meetings. And we're going to meet for 12 minutes. We're going to catch our breaths, and we're going to send you home slightly ahead of schedule. So, not now, but when I say all of the New Hampshire girls, players, parents, and fans are going to meet in that corner. All of the Vermont girls, I think, where's Coach Moody? Okay, I'm going to give you guys this corner. Okay, so all the Vermont girls, coaches, parents, and fans in that corner. Okay, New Hampshire boys, this corner right here. Okay. And Scott, you can drop in and kind of be ex officio there as well. And then Vermont boys will be in this corner. Now, we're not going to all move at once. That would be kind of interesting. But Vermont girls, can you? Good luck.
Thank you. All right. We'll see you at the end. See you, Tom. Yeah, we'll see you soon.
Before you leave, Vermont ladies, before you leave, we have one or two more announcements. So freeze in your tracks before you leave. First of all, if you have a business and you want to become one of our sponsors, talk with Marilyn, talk with me. She'll be standing right outside there. Don't be hesitant about raffle tickets. Jerry, any last announcements?
So many.
Just that thank you all for coming. This is our first time in 5 years. It's overwhelming for us as Lions.
And then
And we
also
appreciate
pushy
it.
about everything else.
See you at the game.
The Lions